Underneath the serene silence of forgotten fields and hidden corners of our cities lie secrets that are silent yet screaming to be heard. Tonight, we unearth the chilling tales buried under layers of time and quiet desperation. What happens when the forgotten secrets of the dead finally surface? How can a single discovery turn a cold case into a breakthrough? Join us as we delve into the stories of murders solved by fortuitous findings, where each clue uncovers a dark truth that has been waiting to be told. In the blistering heat of a Texas summer in 1994, a teenager wandering through a field in search of golf balls stumbled upon the last thing he expected: a decomposed human skeleton, partially buried. This macabre discovery near Round Rock was just the beginning. What looked like an isolated find soon turned into a serial killer's graveyard as the investigation unfolded. Authorities swarmed the field, unearthing not one, but several bodies, all dumped with chilling disregard. Forensic experts dug into the task with a grim determination, using every tool at their disposal from soil analysis to bone reconstruction to piece together the silent stories of the victims. They extracted DNA from bones that seemed too damaged to yield secrets, matched dental records to missing persons, and slowly the killer's pattern emerged in stark, horrifying detail. The spotlight turned to Roger Fane, a local with enough skeletons in his closet to fill a small cemetery. His proximity to the crime scene and a slew of incriminating evidence made him a prime suspect. It wasn't just about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Fane's own sloppy mistakes, from cigarette butts left at grave sites to his DNA mingling with the victims, sealed his fate. After a trial that gripped the community and made headlines, the gavel came down hard on Fane. Convicted of multiple counts of murder, his conviction peeled back the curtain on the dark underbelly of Round Rock, serving a chilling reminder of the evil that lurked in plain sight. In the simmering heat of a California summer in 1995, the disappearance of Al Adamson, a faded B-movie director known for his schlocky horror films, sent ripples through the quiet community of Indio. Initially dismissed as another eccentric artist on a spontaneous trip, the truth lurking beneath his home was far more sinister. As weeks turned into months with no word from Adamson, his brother, driven by a gnawing concern, pressed the authorities to dig deeper. What began as a routine welfare check evolved rapidly into a full-blown investigation when police learned that recent renovations at Adamson's home might hold the key to his mysterious vanishing. The breakthrough came when investigators, following a hunch, tore up freshly laid tiles and jackhammered through layers of concrete in what was once the master bathroom. Buried under a makeshift grave of concrete was the decomposing body of Al Adamson, his final resting place constructed by the very man he had trusted with his home renovations. Forensic experts swarmed the scene, meticulously analyzing the concrete entombment for clues. The autopsy revealed a brutal end. Adamson had suffered multiple blunt force traumas to the head, the pattern of injuries suggesting a personal and prolonged attack. This wasn't just a murder, it was an execution hidden beneath layers of concrete, as if to silence his story forever. DNA scraped from beneath Adamson's fingernails matched that of his handyman, Fred Fulford, who had overseen the renovations. Further damning evidence came to light as investigators discovered that Fulford had been living large on Adamson's dime, charging thousands to the director's credit cards, which he continued to use long after Adamson's death. In a trial that captivated and horrified the public, Fulford was found guilty of first-degree murder. The judge handed down a life sentence, ensuring that the man who buried not only a body but the truth under concrete would never walk free again. The chilling resolution of the case closed the final curtain on a life spent crafting horror, only to end in a real-life horror story of its own. Late in the spring of 1996, a Texas golf course became the unexpected epicenter of a murder investigation when an adolescent stumbled upon a human hand protruding from a shallow grave during a casual search for lost golf balls. This grim discovery would soon unravel a twisted tale of betrayal and murder. As detectives descended upon the scene, the shallow grave reluctantly gave up its secrets, a battered corpse with signs of a savage beating and multiple stab wounds. The gruesome state of the remains made identification a challenge, but the determined efforts of forensic experts using the latest in DNA technology and dental records eventually led to a breakthrough. The victim was identified as Patrick Zaka, a local young man who had mysteriously vanished weeks earlier. The investigation took a dramatic turn when one of Patrick's acquaintances, spooked by the police activity, cracked under pressure and came forward. This tip led detectives to James Moore and Eric Tedana, members of a local gang known for violent outbursts and criminal activities. Both were known associates of the victim and were last seen with him heading towards the golf course on the night he disappeared. Community outrage grew as details of the murder surfaced, revealing a senseless violence born out of a drug fueled paranoia. Patrick's family, devastated by the loss, rallied the community for justice as the trial began, casting a somber mood over the town. The court proceedings were a spectacle of sorrow and grim testimonies. Forensic evidence, including DNA from the crime scene and chilling confessions from gang insiders, painted a stark picture of Patrick's final moments. James Moore and Eric Tadana were found guilty of first-degree murder, sentenced to lengthy prison terms, ensuring they would pay for their heinous act. The sentencing provided cold comfort to Patrick's grieving family, who had hoped for a peaceful closure. As we wrap up our exploration of these chilling true crime cases, we see the undeniable impact of forensic science in solving crimes. These stories from the shadowy corners of human experience highlight how crucial scientific methods are in uncovering the truth behind the most hidden of crimes. Each case reinforces the vital role that relentless justice plays in our society, ensuring that no victim remains voiceless and no perpetrator escapes the law. For more deep dives into true crime stories and mysteries waiting to be solved, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to stay updated with our latest investigations.